Hello again. I wanted to touch on a couple different topics for this video, and I think it's really important for us to be conscious of our relationship and each other's needs. And a nutrition practice is much more than what's on our plate. So both people have some things, or hopefully many things, that truly nourish them. So one exercise to practice together is to ask each other what truly nourishes you and repeat that a few different times, because oftentimes the first answer uh, isn't as deep as the answers to come. So it's important to recognize what truly nourishes each partner. And when we feel any type of imbalance or a higher level of stress, it could be very helpful to have a list of those things, or your partner to remind you to do those things that truly nourish you, so that you can bring yourself back to center. And we are constantly expending our energy all day, and at the end of the day, we're left feeling drained. So part of taking care of ourselves is to expend, or I like to say expand and then contract, expand, contract, and practice doing that throughout the day, so that your energy is much more balanced and you don't end up feeling so drained at the end of the day. And I think that's one thing that both people can encourage each other to practice, using gentle reminders, lots of compassion and kindness. We all have our own history with food. We have our own history with our body, with health and exercise. We are all programmed very differently. Some maybe have similarities, but we all come into relationships with different programming and belief systems. So it can be very helpful to recognize a couple things about ourselves and each other. And the language that I really connect with and use with my clients is our little one and our big one. And our little one is that voice that is still hearing some of the messages that we've been programmed. And our little one is developed from all of the previous programming, from our past experiences, parents, even healthcare professionals, friends, other family members. So social media, those, all the programming develops our little one, which again still hears some messages that aren't necessarily true and can cause a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms. And so to change those belief systems, we have to tap into our big one. And that's the one that wants to, pave this way of a healthy, happy lifestyle with your partner, and is really a key role in turning to our critical voice, or our little one, to calm them down when, either our partners may poke something or we're triggered in any way, shape, or form. But if you practice being able to identify your little one, it could help dramatically. And then you could practice in getting to know your partner's little one too, because we don't want to engage in the little one. Most of the time that means that we're in a fight. And if instead we could do some type of activity to reconnect with our big one, then we can have a conversation with our big one and our partner's big one versus the little ones. So identify your little one, identify your partner's little one, have a list of ways that you can connect to your big one, and practicing that shift. But be very compassionate and kind to yourself. We don't want to tell the little one to be quiet and get out, of our head. We really want to just understand, maybe validate feelings. There's always good reason. So those are my thoughts for today. We will dive more into these concepts, but wanted to introduce the concept of your nutrition practice being much more than what's on your plate. We'll cover all of it.